Hello, and welcome to a new episode of our ATG podcast. My name is Antonia, and I will be your host for today. And with me, I have Lauren and Leah. Hello.
Hi.
For the listeners to get your voices know a little bit better, do you maybe just want to introduce yourself and say a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Why don't I go first? Hi, my name is Lauren. I am currently finishing up my master's at Mannheim University in business administration, and I have been with the group for about 5 years now. I joined in 2015 when I started studying in Mannheim, so I'm very old and very excited about this new technology,
Thank you.
podcasting.
My name is Leah, and I'm with ATG for just roughly over a half year now. I also started when starting my studies in Mannheim, and I'm studying current English, linguistic, and literary studies, short CELS. And I'm also very excited for the podcast because I never did some podcast. So
Thank you. So we have on the one side a very long time ATG member and one, I'd say, quite fresh ATG member. I think that's a good mixture for this episode. And so to kind of get a little warmed up, so we will now do a little game, which will also help the listeners to kind of get you know a little bit better. And it's this or that. So I give you two things. And you say which one you prefer.
all right.
Sounds good.
Great. So we start with a kind of theater-related and ATG-related question that is acting or directing.
For me, it would be
Yeah,
acting.
for me too.
Great. On stage or backstage?
On stage.
What's backstage?
I don't know.
I'm kidding. Yes, no. On stage.
Yeah. Well, the answer was kind of answered by the first question, but invisible or unbreakable?
I'd go for invisible.
Unbreakable. I like to jump, down
Okay.
from high buildings.
From high. Okay. Risky life here. The next one isn't a this or that question, so you have a little more choices. It's what's your spirit animal?
Oh, that's a hard one. I probably would go for a dolphin or something like this because I really like swimming and kind of the feeling of being free. And when you're in the ocean, you have plenty of space and plenty of opportunities. So I probably would go for this. And dolphins are very smart. So yeah.
Oh, what a great answer.
Yes, that puts a lot of pressure on me, I guess. My spirit animal. Well, I think I would, if I could, I would like to fly, so it'd have to be some kind of bird, I guess. Maybe, are there any big birds? Like an eagle. I think I'd like to be an eagle. Kind of a majestic animal and fly very fast. I could go
I think
places.
eagles are also quite smart.
And definitely smart, yes. Which
All right.
makes the perfect spirit animal for me.
Yeah. Then next, a question about your activity, jogging or hiking.
Hiking. I think it's not that hard and you have a very nice view and you can also concentrate on the view. So I would go for hiking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, I would agree to that. So.
You should do an ATG hiking day.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great. Next, another sports question. Cardio or weights?
Cardio. Definitely cardio.
For me, it weights. Because you didn't specify how much weight. So it would just be half a kilo each on each side, and not for too long. And because cardio means perseverance, and in sports I don't have any perseverance.
So you prefer a 5-minute workout with minimum weight?
I definitely prefer that. And what I don't prefer is the premature death that would probably follow because of my unhealthy lifestyle. But if it keeps me from running,
yeah, okay, fair enough.
All right. Blue or red?
blue.
Red.
Okay. At a movie, candy or popcorn or nachos?
Nachos, definitely.
Popcorn. Has to be popcorn.
What?
And another food or more drink question, coffee or tea?
Coffee. What?
I'm also team tea.
Yes. I think there are so many different sorts, so I have to try them all. And I really like tea and kind of being cozy, and yeah, tea fits best.
Yeah. For my last job, I brought a water boiler from home because there wasn't any and I wasn't able to drink tea, and that was horrible.
Why is there no water boiler?
I don't know, because they were all just drinking coffee. I don't know what's wrong with them. So then we're getting to the end of this section, but 2 more questions. TV or book?
You know, I would like to say book. I try so much, but TV. But not regular television, obviously. Only high quality
intelligent
cultural
Of course.
sitcoms, you know.
So I also would say I like watching movies and watching series, and I also do it quite regularly. But I really enjoy reading, and I have a huge collection of books. So I prefer reading, and it makes me feel a bit better. But I understand what you mean that it's hard to kind of get yourself to calm down and then read a book and take the time. Yeah.
I guess it's the thing, we all would want to read more, but in the end, it's easier to just watch TV or a movie or whatever.
Especially when you have Netflix or something like this, then the next episode just starts. You don't have to move. It's so...
Yeah. Then we're back to the sports thing, right?
Yeah.
I do have to say I buy a lot of books.
Me too.
And I buy them. I don't know if we were allowed to product placement. I buy them at medimops.de secondhand, and they have so many books. It's crazy, and they're so dirt cheap. So I buy a lot of books and place them strategically in my room for other people to notice them.
Yeah. I do the same.
So that people know that you're educated.
Yes, exactly.
And
I do the same with movies. I buy them on Medimops because I think I don't want to spend 10 or 15 euros on a film that I maybe watch twice a year. So I then do it with them.
Maybe we'll get some money out of this. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll text them. And well, if we get a collaboration, then you will hear now.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Okay, back to our podcast. We were already speaking of television. Do you prefer watching TV shows or movies?
And I have to say TV shows. I think it's a development. I can't watch a whole movie anymore. I just, the thought of it is almost like reading a book. It's too much. It's just too much. You know, you need to focus for like 2 hours straight. Can't do it.
Okay, then the next question isn't something for you, Lauren, because you don't watch movies. But Batman or Iron Man?
Iron Man, definitely Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man, because I mean Batman.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I have plenty of Marvel films here, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see them in the background. Oh, are these your books?
No, these are my DVDs. The books are on the opposite side of the room in a bigger shelf. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you need more space for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
But wait, isn't Batman? Is that not Marvel?
Isn't it this? It's Marvel,
DC.
Isn't it?
Batman is DC.
Oh, yeah.
And Iron Man is Marvel.
Yeah, Iron Man is definitely Marvel and Batman is DC. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Yeah, of course it's DC.
I took these two because they're kind of the same character.
Yeah.
So they both have a lot of money and have a lot of inventions that they do it themselves or that are made for them. So they are kind of similar, but I also think that Iron Man is just way cooler.
And I also think it's very cool that he then in the following movies kind of creates something for his mates and not only for himself. And he's like, well, I am Iron Man. I'm Tony Stark. Hi, here I am. So I think it's a more present and maybe more catchy character. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I think the DC universe in movies isn't that well developed as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's maybe hard to compare, but I think Iron Man in the MCU just has an amazing character arc. This shouldn't be the topic of this podcast, but whatever. He just turns from a very egoistic person who just looks at his money and doesn't care about other people to a person who's just most caring for other people. And
yeah, I agree. I really like that too.
Yeah. He's also, I think, my favorite character of the whole, one of my favorite characters of the whole MCU.
One of them.
Yeah, it's hard to decide.
Yeah, it is.
I like Aquaman.
All right.
I think Aquaman's the best one.
That's DC.
I know that. I knew that.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Momoa is pretty awesome as Aquaman, and what I think is really cool, he just launched some shoes that are made of algae or something like that, which as marketing, I think it's just amazing. I mean, he just is Aquaman. he feels it.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. So then we will go on and stop talking about non-ATG relevant stuff and talk a bit about you as the actor. So you already told a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the ATG and so. Did you have much experience with theater before you joined the ATG?
Kind of. So I was part of a choir. I actually was part of it since I was 6 years old and then up to 18 years old, I think. And there we also made musicals and so on. And of course, we also played concerts. So I am kind of familiar with acting, but also with singing and standing on the stage.
Oh, cool. And you, Laura?
Well, not really. I remember in high school I did an improv. I was part of like an improv group. It was like a I think once a week one of the teachers, they ran this. It was like an extracurricular subject that you could take.
Yeah.
And but other than that, I always wanted to be on a stage, and I guess I was like in school I was kind of like a I think in like elementary school I was a class clown, and then at some point I stopped being that. But I think I always liked making people laugh, and then once I got to university, it felt like if I don't do it now, that's like the last chance to be part of a theater group. So yeah, I did.
Yeah, but it also sounds like you always had kind of the urge to present yourself and do kind of an acting thing.
I've always craved the attention of other people.
Yeah, that kind of also answers my next question, which is what you love most about acting in general or theater, being on stage.
So I probably like being a different character and being able to show different sides of myself or just to transform. So I really like that, and also trying to have a different mindset when playing a character, so that you really try to know how the character would feel, how he would think, and I really like that. So it kind of is comparable to trying to get to know other people and other people's mindsets and different perspectives. So I really enjoy this, and privately I'm quiet. I would say I'm quiet, but when I'm on stage, I'm kind of the louder person, I would say. But I really enjoy this, that I can be someone else.
Yeah, I totally feel that it's on stage, it's not you.
Yeah.
So you can be just a totally different person without kind of don't be yourself anymore, because you are not yourself.
No pressure, no one wants something from you. You can just be and play the role and interact with the others. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah. What about you, Laura?
I think what I enjoy most is being being like in the spotlight in that moment, and I think I'm also like, if I'm not with people I know well, I tend to be rather shy, I guess. So it's taking up this different character, but not necessarily like as a role, but just presenting myself as being very extrovert. So I like to be, like theatrical. I like the presenting,
Dramatic
yeah,
part.
yeah. So, doing a monologue or something, and then just thinking about like not necessarily getting into the character. I don't know that it's not. I'm also terrible at that. So, but I just like to, I would, if I could have it my way, I would just go on stage, do a monologue, get my applause, and then leave.
Cool.
All right, cool. And besides theater and ATG, do you have any other hobbies?
Yes, so I dance, so in the group, and we do modern and jazz dance, so mainly, but we also kind of try hip hop sometimes. So when we feel like it, then we just try. And then I also try to sing. So currently it's not that possible, but I also want to join a choir when it's possible here in Mannheim, because I'm originally from Dortmund, so I have to find one here. And otherwise I do yoga, sometimes cardio workouts, but going hiking, something like this.
That sounds amazing.
For me, yeah, I mean, I always say I play the drums, which is technically true, but I stopped taking lessons and like actually doing it, like becoming better, probably like 10 years ago. So it's not very accurate, but I do like to play it, and it's a very cool hobby to give people. But other than that, yeah, I like to take walks. I like hiking. I like going and exploring unknown areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think
drinking,
it's
heavy
at the
drinking.
moment it's
Yeah, okay, of
yeah,
course.
that's the best hobby ever. All right. Well, speaking of drinking, do you have any funny or weird or whatever ATG moment, or also we could say in general rehearsal moment? Maybe Leah, do you have some story about your singing rehearsals?
So about the singing rehearsals, I think the funniest sessions are always after a concert, because then we are like, oh well, there's no pressure and we can just sing crazy stuff. And sometimes we then did songs we sang when we were 7 years old, so like the children's song, but it was so much fun. So I really enjoyed this, and with ATG I have not that much experience, but I also think that the sessions in winter, so when we were at the Rhine, were very crazy sometimes, because you are in public and other people are looking, but I also really enjoyed them. And so this is kind of my experience, but maybe Lauren has some more experiences.
You would think that. No.
Yeah, I bet the singing from like really good singers singing a children's song, just it has to sound amazing.
It's so crazy. So at some point we performed The Peacemaker by Carl Jenkins, and the other day we then sang a children's song, and it's crazy when a huge choir then starts singing a children's song, and you are like, wow, you can do it with every voice you have in the choir, and it sounds amazing, but it still is a children's song.
Yeah, it's so like the easy melody, and yeah, cool. So Lauren, go on.
Sorry. You would think that I have many cool stories. I don't know. I think I have a very bad memory, which maybe relates to my occasional heavy drinking. I'm not sure about. No, but I do think that for ATG, I think the most fun sessions that we had were always the Christmas sessions, because you had Glühwein, and we would sing Christmas songs and play silly, like what do you call the thing where you give away all your stuff that you don't need, like
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa, exactly. Yes, I always enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah,
that's really
that
cool.
was always fun. Yeah, cool. And now coming to the end of this actor background part. So maybe you can just say in which play you are and what's your character's name.
Yeah, so I'm in Rendezvous with Death, and I play Jackie Balfour. And yeah, it's really fun playing her because she shows, especially in the end, she has a little mental breakdown, but I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, we will talk about more
Yeah.
of the character later. So. And you, Lauren?
I'm in the same play, and my character is Pennington, Andrew Pennington. Yeah, I think I'm a very well, I'm not a very I don't have a big role, but I do get I am involved in certain developments over the course of the play. I think that's all I want to say at this.
And I think you always speak the announcer of the
Oh
episodes,
yes,
right?
yes. I wasn't sure if I could. Well, yes. That's the main. That's the other. I will be the announcer for both plays. So I get to introduce the play, and I think I will also be my voice will be spread out through the plays because we'll have some breaks, some commercial breaks if I didn't misunderstand that. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you could also then speak the commercial break
About meaty mops.
Meaty mops here, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I will pitch that.
Very cool.
All right. And have you recorded any scenes
No,
yet?
no. So for me, I've only been present at the very first session where we just did a read through the two plays. Other than that, I think I'll have my first session next week, actually.
Oh. What about you, Leah?
Yeah, I haven't recorded either. I think my first session would be on the 22nd of April. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess then this podcast episode is quite a good practice also for you.
Yeah, especially with recording and such.
Yeah, definitely. All right, then we will now do a little improv game. And this is called Panel of Experts. And the story of this improv game is that you are two experts in a specific topic that I will tell you then. And you are in a TV expert round where you present your recent discovery. And so I start by introducing the new thing you discovered, and then you will always go on and say that's right, and then you say whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions about this?
I don't think so.
We can always
Lauren,
cut.
just look
We
like-
can always cut it, right?
Yeah.
We'll fix it in
All right.
editing.
Okay, then we will just start with this game. So, hello people, welcome to this TV show. Woo! Today I have two amazing experts of astronomy who, as I heard, discovered a new celestial object. Is that right?
Yes, that's pretty right. And the new object is quite fantastic because it's a mixture of a star and a planet. Well, you may think what's that? So either it's a star or a planet, but yeah, quite nice. But maybe my partner could say more about it.
Yes, that's right. It's actually it's a half a star and half a planet, which means that one side of it is basically a sun, and the other is not. It's a moon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, so when we first saw it, it was like, so we were kind of confused because it's quite hard to think that this is possible. So the sun probably could burn the moon, but it doesn't. So we just thought maybe the moon is so cold that at the point where the two meet, it's like nothing. And so we have to do more research and maybe send some men or some technology up there to then have video recordings, or maybe just some technology that we can put on the moon side, so maybe we can then have more evidence.
That's right, and there is at the moment a lot of free parking, so we hope to be able to make some money off of that. Because the beaches up there seem to be, at the intersection of the moon and the sun part, incredibly beautiful and very very much free at the moment.
Yeah, so then there's just the problem with the atmosphere, but maybe we can make something there. But yeah, would be very nice. So maybe for holidays.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And also, it's there's no taxes up there. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, because there's no government up there, and we can also try that there never would be a government, so it's more attractive for people to make holidays there, so you can afford things very cheap.
Yes, that's right. And do you have any other questions on this topic? I think we've covered it all.
No, thank you very much. Maybe one last question. Apart from taxes and a new holiday location, what do you think how does this change our view on the world or on the universe?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. So if it's the only object like this, then it might not change that much, because then it's just this only one object. But when we discover that there are more of them, then we could say, well, maybe we could live there, maybe we can have like more resorts. It depends how far away they are. And I also think that it changes the view of symbiosis, maybe, because those two elements seem to have a symbiosis, so that they kind of work together and don't destroy each other.
Yes, that's right. And it would be very interesting to see birds fly up there as well.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. That was really cool.
God. I suck at improvising.
No, that was amazing.
I really like the idea with the parking places.
Yeah,
so yeah.
And the text, that is...
That's genius.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so next is a improv game. And this one is called Customer Service Call. And the objective of this game is that one of you is in a call center from a customer service, and the other one is the customer. And both of them want something. This can be for the customer, they want to return something, or they want to get a replacement or whatever. And for the customer service person, it can be something like keeping return rates low, or staying in budget, something like that. And the improv game kind of ends when one of you reaches their goal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Do you have any preferences on being customer or service person?
Not really.
I could be the service person.
Okay.
All right. Then to make it easier for you, I will just count you in. So 3, 2, 1.
Yes, hello, tents, and more tents. Your camping equipment store. How can I help you?
Hello, I bought a tent last week, and then I tried to build it up in my garden, and then I saw that there was a scratch, and at some point the color does not fit, so it should be green, but it's kind of yellowish, and I really don't like it. So can I switch it maybe, or just bring it back, give it back, and have my money back? Would be very nice.
Have you considered buying another one? We have a special offer that would only be valid for the next 15 minutes. I could get you another tent with a large discount of 15%.
Yeah, but that does not solve my problem. So it's still my tent being broken and having not the color I want. So I just want to return it, and I want my money back, kind of.
I see. Well, it's good that you're calling, because we just started a new customer satisfaction scheme under which you would be applicable to a discount of up to 15% on your second tent. How does that sound?
I don't need a second tent. No, not. I don't want to be set up for this, so I don't want a second tent. I just want my tent to be returned or to get a new one in return. So I just need one tent. I don't want the 15% off. I just want a new one.
But it seems, I'm sorry, it seems that you've already opened the tent. Is that correct? You've set it up. So it's not packaged anymore.
It wasn't that packaged before, so I have to try in order to see if it's not broken.
I see. Well, let me suggest something. I think we can solve this just here. We just got a new shipping full of tents, and I think you're a loyal customer to us. You've bought a tent before, is that correct? What I could do this is a one-time offer. I could send two tents to your house by tomorrow, and you would only pay. Well, you would pay them both, but you would pay considerably less than if you were to buy three of them, right? So how does that sound?
Yeah, but
Should I sign you up for that?
no, because I don't need two tents, and then I especially don't need three of them. So I just need one tent. So please, I just want to return it. So there's a guarantee. There's a guarantee for 1 year, and it was broken when I unpacked it. So I haven't been to a holiday with the tent. I just built it up in order to see if it's not broken. And it is broken, and the color is wrong. So please.
Okay, ma'am, I'm sorry.
I'm not rude.
You said you were going to go on vacation, was that correct?
If it's not broken and if I can have a new one,
Ma'am, do you know how
then
much
yes.
I make an hour? Do you know how many
Not that much,
years
but
I would have
me
to
neither.
work satisfying customers who have a tent, who have enough money to go on vacation with their tents? I would have to work my whole life. I couldn't go on one vacation. I have to
But
feed
that's
my
not my
family.
problem.
I have 7 cats sitting at home waiting for their food.
Yeah, maybe when you would not have 7 cats, then you would have money, but I don't know. But that's not my problem.
No need to be insulting to me personally. I'm very sorry.
I don't want to, but you started.
No. This is enough. This is enough. Okay, here's what I can offer you. You buy another tent, and if you don't like it, then you just book a hotel. How's that sound?
That sounds bad, because I don't want to be in a hotel, but no problem. I can buy another tent at another customer service and at another shop. Maybe that would fit best for both of us.
Yes, maybe it would.
Yeah, maybe it would.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy life with your 7 cats.
One died.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Lauren, you should really consider a job change to some customer service call center. You did a pretty good job. But, well, yeah, that was amazing.
Every customer would just give up.
Yeah, except for Leah. So, good job, you too.
Yeah, you were so
I
persistent.
tried. Yeah, of course I am.
Did you reach what was your goal?
My goal was, on the one hand, get another tent, but if that does not go as planned, then just leave.
Okay, well, actually, because with my plan, my goal was to sell you another tent. I don't know, I was trying to be very subtle about it, so you might not have picked up on it, but actually, so our goals would have aligned, and yet we didn't reach them. So
no,
very
and I
sad.
think that's the main problem with capitalism.
Of course.
Well, before we dive too much into capitalism and political discussions, maybe we
That
can
would take ages.
maybe we can talk a bit about your characters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fits to capitalism.
yeah, it does. So maybe then we just start with you. Leah, you already told us about your character name and but what is her profession and one little note to that, all answers you give there are non-canon, so you just can think about something, it doesn't have to fit to your lines or to the play in general, just whatever you think could fit.
Okay. Yeah, so I think she's kind of from the working class. She could maybe work in a cafe or something like this. At the beginning of the play, she's kind of engaged and seems happy, and kind of is happy, but in the course of the play, she then loses her fiance and then kind of goes mad. So in the end, she has a mental breakdown because she's following her fiance and his then wife, and so she becomes a stalker and then maybe an alcoholic. So she is a woman that has she knows what she wants, but when she does not get it, she's kind of upset and tends to be a bit creepy and tries to still follow what she wants. In this case, she actually follows the person, and yeah, I think she's maybe a bit hard in making friends because there's one woman on the ship. So later on in the play, we are on a ship, and there she kind of talks to a person or seems to be a bit more familiar to one woman, but the woman is not that pleased by her presence. Yeah, so maybe a bit complicated, but when she has found the one she wants to be with, then kind of nice.
All right, and that sounds like a very interesting character. How would you describe like her physical appearance, which we obviously cannot see in an audio play?
Yeah, we can't. So I always imagine her being tall and kind of wearing skirts. So when one sees her, she's kind of attractive, but not that in your face attractive. But she could also be the quiet person sitting in a corner and no one really noticed her. But when she then gets up and walks the room, one sees, well, she's kind of attractive and can get what she wants, but not when there is a richer or more beautiful person. I also think that she has kind of middle long hair and maybe brownish red. Yeah, so that's what I imagine when playing her.
Thank you. What about you, Lauren? So maybe you would focus on Pennington because I don't know if the announcer has any other professional secret hobbies, but of course you can talk about both if you want.
Well, to be honest, I've been involved in method acting for the announcer, to get into character for the announcer, not so much Pennington. But it's okay. I can talk about Pennington. So I imagine him to be a pretty conservative kind of person, middle-aged, maybe in his 40s, who had a good upbringing from I don't know, a wealthy family, good education. I always see a lot of accounting numbers, balance sheets and calculators. And I'm not very sociable. I think I'm single. I would say that I'm single. And what else? Well, I'm the trustee of Linda Doyle, so I guess I'm very systematic. Probably like to work. And I'm also a little bit of a criminal, maybe. I don't know. We don't know. We might find out. But there's some shady business. So I think there's like a facade, and behind that facade there may be something else going on. Very selfishly motivated. Yeah. So basically, I don't really have to play him as much as just being myself.
That's great. Yeah. So do your characters have any secret hobbies or any quirks?
Probably, yes. I think I probably collect some weird shit, like, I don't know. Well, like stones, rocks, but not like fancy stuff, but maybe like with like dead animals stuck to them or something. Or there's something weird about me, I think. Or stamps. Right. Maybe stamps. Stamps too, yeah.
Okay. And what about your character, Jackie, Leah?
Yeah, well, I think that she kind of likes listening to music, but that would be not that. So she doesn't present that she likes music, but I really think she likes music, especially dramatic one, because it fits to her personality. I think she likes being dramatic, but yeah, and a bit complicated. I also think that she might. I think she likes to control people. That might be something she tries to do, and I think she also doesn't want the others to notice that she tries to control them. So that might be a thing about her, but otherwise I couldn't think about anything else.
Cool. Other from your stamps and your music, what do you think makes your character happy?
Probably love, money, a status, maybe. So I think that, so I imagine her coming from the working class, but I think that she wants to have a certain status and a higher status and living standard than she has. So I think that would make her happy.
What about Pennington?
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities. I think the only thing is I started out up here and I want to stay up here. I don't necessarily want to work too hard for it. But I want to, I think I'm very materialistic. I like to, I guess have an expensive lifestyle. I like money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good life. So then, what do you think would scare your character?
Maybe losing everything. What would scare me? Maybe if someone kind of finds out about my true self, so the controlling part and the darker side. So the maybe not so funny parts about me.
Well, again, what she said. I think I have some secrets that I don't want people to know that would basically threaten my whole, my status and my place in society, and spiders.
Oh, all right. Okay, then I hope there are no spiders on the ship.
Hopefully.
And as a last question about your character, what is your lifetime goal?
Yeah, probably becoming wealthy. And maybe then marriage as well, but maybe just when it brings wealth. So I'm not sure about that.
For me, it would be staying wealthy.
Healthy would be good as well. So if you're wealthy but not healthy, you can't do anything with your wealth.
True.
So yeah.
The two, health and wealth, most important things in life.
Yeah, cool. Then thank you very much for this amazing episode. It was very fun to record this with you. So yeah, we had Lauren as Pennington here and Leah who speaks Jackie. And as a kind of close and a last thing, I want you to say the main character's name in a accent that you like.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, sorry.
I want you to say the main character of our audio plays.
So you mean the detective?
Yeah. Okay, that one. I get.
Yeah, Lauren, do you want to start?
Yes. Okay, here we go. Hercule Poirot. Is that right?
You.
So then I try Hercule Poirot.
Great, thank you. And because our main character is, well, he's not French, he's Belgian, but
that's very important.
Yeah, that is important. But we just say goodbye in French.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.